Hello and welcome. This is PappaZappa, and we're here with part 5 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels to the Roses. I hope you're locked in like I am, because we're about to finish this fight. Let's go see what Seto has to say.
You're here much sooner than I expected. I knew that Crawford would turn on us one day, but I didn't expect the tide of battle to turn so soon. Actually, Crawford's betrayal and the fall of the Yorkers matter not to me. All I hoped for from this tiresome struggle was to find an opponent worthy of my attention. When I knew you'd been summoned, I chose to wait. Each time a member of my Rose Crusaders fell before you, I shivered in anticipation. Once you beat the last member, I knew you were ready to face me. Long have I starved to best a duelist equal in power to me, hungered to best such an opponent in battle. You wish to have my red rose card? My white rose card. Then take it from me. Face me in battle, duelist!
Alright, I hope you guys are ready, because this is one of the best OSTs in the game right here. Not even close. Shazam. Alright, Robotic Knight, lead us into battle. So this one, we got a lot of meta terrain on the outside, normal on the inside, a little bit of Labyrinth, Forest in the corners. Seto, Blue Eyes is his deck leader, he's gonna have more Blue Eyes. That I can promise you. So we're just gonna go ahead and start off with the trap card. See what he's up to. Yeah, his deck leader, by the way, is the highest level, Secretary of Defense. I don't think it gets any higher than that. So he can move 2 spaces. Not every deck leader is built the same. They're based off of types for the most part. So if you have a high, typing, or not a high, but a good typing, then you get more ability. So this dragon can move 2 as a deck leader instead of just the normal 1. Something to consider. And also, be careful, he can definitely summon monsters in this corner right here, so don't think you're safe, just because you've got a chance to move up. So let's go ahead and put Sangha of the Thunder here, just to see what's up with him. Maybe we can punk out one of his lower powered creatures. There's not too many games with Seto where it's a quick and easy battle, by the way, I do want to point that out. He's got a lot of power in his deck. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this Goblin's Secret Remedy out. We'll put Fake Trap in the corner, and then we'll start moving goblins over that way as well. It's anti-magic jammer defense. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the concept by now, unless you're just tuning in this episode. And thanks for tuning in. I hope you check out the rest of the series as well. Okay, so that monster is stronger than 2,600 or 2,000 points. So Bear Trap, get that out of there. Let's find out exactly how strong it is. We're gonna go ahead and throw away some of these low-powered machines and just get an idea of what's going on here. We're also gonna move Sangha here in anticipation of the threat. Now, Fake Trap does have a real ability, by the way. It doesn't just sit on the field. If he were to ever activate Harpy's Feather Duster, it automatically... that's not good. Well, Brave Caesar, there's a reason Bear Trap didn't work on it. It's because that's the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yeah, that's what Burst Lightning of Destruction looks like. Well, Blue Eyes in your face, not a great start to the duel. Thankfully it's spellbound. We're gonna go ahead and go on the offensive though, and attack into that creature right there. Hopefully it's a creature. Alright, Sangha, let's see what we got. Oh, nice, it was Judge Man. Alright, so Sanga's got a pretty cool attack, actually. So let's see what he's got. Oh, that is sick. I think I actually prefer it to Metal Dragons even. That was really cool. Give us an orange electric lightning blast. Okay, now let's see what we do about Blue Eyes. So in terms of defeating Blue Eyes, we have like a couple options, but one really stands out to me, and that is Metal Zoa. So if we can get Metal Morph, we can be on even terms with Blue Eyes. And if we can get Wasteland, we'll be on advantage against Blue Eyes. So ideally we can pull that off, because if we can't, then we're going to be doing a little bit of running. Okay, the monster didn't want to go forward. It could be Sword Stalker. He does have quite a few... Oh, it wasn't this. What the heck? Huh. Weird. Kogenen? How are you saying that? Kogenen? Or Kogenen? Oh, he takes no damage. Okay, it works just like Sanga. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is a positive development. Cyberstein does mean we can get the terrain we want. That's about it. No need to use Goblin's Secret Remedy yet. We're saving that for in case he ever puts down a magic charm. And we've already seen Blue Eyes attack. He is an iconic creature. But we'll wait a little bit before we show another one of those. Oh, thank goodness. He keeps having the opposite type, so he keeps getting spellbound. That's funny. Alright, so as long as we can find a creature with 2600 attack, or we can buff up our own creatures enough, then we'll be able to deal with this Blue Eyes threat. So let's go ahead and put Cyber Commando out in anticipation of that. We got a Magic Jammer of our own now, so in case he decides to pull out some Kung Fu Treachery, we can counter it. Looks like he's setting himself up in a defensive wall around here on the bottom. Oh, there we go! There we go! Wasteland! Alright, it's time to use that Goblin's Secret Remedy we've had laid out. See if he has Magic Jammer. He did not, in fact, have it. So we get the 1000 life points and we get the preferred terrain. This is great. Now the second part of our master plan, we're actually going to have to find something that can take advantage and destroy Blue Eyes in this terrain. So let's go ahead and start sending Sanga down on the left. Then we'll pass. Now, he could always summon one of his other Blue Eyes. That would be a threat, certainly. I did mention Sword Stalker has a unique ability in this game. When it flips up, it gains 100 attack points for every single monster in your graveyard. Now, we do not, unfortunately, we do not have anything that could deal with Blue Eyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get some bait out by fusing a beast and machine together to make Dice Armadillo. 2600 defense isn't bad, but it's certainly not good enough to stop a Blue Eyes. Let's see what Sanga can do to this wall. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, Axe of Despair. That card has not been very useful for the people who played it. Okay, he did not, in fact, take the bait. Oh, man, that's not great. Oh, Judge Man, yeah. On advantage, we'll do that. And we'll let him go off since it's new to the episode. Just Sanga couldn't take it. We're not going to take any damage from the attack, though, so it's pretty much okay. Now, if we could draw a Metalmorph, that would be really nice, is all I'm saying. Well, you know, that doesn't really look like Metalmorph. I'm not gonna lie, Big Dog. Okay, so let's see. What's the play here? We're gonna move back. I think we'll start. Let's get a creature going down the right side. So let's go ahead and fuse our dragon with our bat to make a metal dragon. And hopefully he decides not to destroy Cyber Commando. I mean, we'll see. And we do need to worry about Judge Man coming down the right side or our left. Okay, decided not to go after Cyber Commando. Now that a Judge Man probably is going to destroy our Magic Jammer, is my guess. So something to be mindful of for sure. Oh jeez. Okay, no. This isn't bad. This isn't bad because we can. We'll use Machine Conversion Factory to power up Royal Guard, and then he'll have enough defense that Blue Eyes can't get past him. Okay. So it could be worse. We'll move Magic Jammer here, I guess. I mean, it's gonna go down. There's no way that it's gonna get saved. Alright, nice. We have a wall now. That's good. And I think it's been enough time we can watch Blue Eyes do another attack. It's also in a different terrain. So basically, when you make an attack and you fail to break their defense, all that's going to happen is they're just going to stand there stoically, unflinching. It's like, yeah, nice white lightning, but I'm the Royal Guard. It's my job to stand here. Alright. Oh, wait. Why did I let that attack go through? He's got enough attack to beat Blue Eyes now, I'm pretty sure. Man, I guess I'm a silly goose. Because he's gonna get 500. Yeah! Royal Guard, let's go! Take out Blue Eyes. Destroy him with Eye Laser. Let's go. We've defeated the strongest dragon in all of Duel Monsters. Well, unless you count the fusion. In this game, it's a ritual. Alright, let's go ahead. We're just going to throw out some creatures. We'll move this. We'll move to defense mode. We just need to thin our deck. We're down to 10 cards after this. That's crazy. Give them some incentive to attack us. Move Bear Trap over there. Alright. It's not looking so horrible now, but we are running out of cards. Kaiba has 10 more cards in this. So if we don't make some major progress, then we're going to be in trouble. Alright, plan worked. Excellent. Judge Man's going after the Sword Armored Dragon instead of our Magic Jammer. Oh, shit! I just skipped my turn. That was not smart. Oh, that was not good. Oh, no. No. That's bad. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that was not a smart play at all. In fact, I'd say that was out of 10, 0 as to what you should do. Hopefully that doesn't cause us to lose. Okay, so we got Judge Man on our flank. We don't immediately have a creature strong enough to block it. However, we do have the Royal Guard in front of us, so it's on equal terms if we put it in front. So, and I doubt he'll be suicidal enough to just waste his creature. So I think we can use that to our advantage. I am going to go ahead and throw out this rock monster just to thin our deck even more. I want to get to our useful cards. Let's go ahead and clear out this defensive mode monster. Mystic Horseman. Alright, and I think we have not seen Steel Ogre Grotto this duel, or episode even, so let's go ahead and let it attack. Hey, you teach him. Get that gyroscope punch. Get him out of our wasteland terrain a bit. Now we are maxed out on monsters, so we're gonna have to destroy some of ours if we want to summon more. Now if that was a spell or trap card, Bear Trap would have destroyed it by overwriting it, but it wasn't. So we're gonna have to attack it with Metal Dragon if we really want to test it. Okay, good. Okay, our plan worked. Judge Man does not want to go suicidal against our Royal Guard. Thank goodness. That went into defense mode, so I think we can beat it. Yep. Looks like it was a spell. Oh, Legendary Serpent. We'll move Metal Dragon up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that Dice Armadillo should go. Okay, Sparks, we can just play that. That's fine. Well, I think it's probably more important for us to do that. Maybe eat a Magic Jammer if he has one. Nope, okay. Man, it's a good thing we've gained 1,500 life points, or else we would be at 1,300 right now. After my, just fat mistake. I am so sorry about that. Yeah, especially considering we're trying not to lose any duels in this playthrough. I mean, it's not a rule, but it would be really nice if I could pull it off without that happening. Alright, there goes Magic Jammer. It'd be really funny if you pulled out, like, Regeki. So, there are Destiny draws in this game. They occur very rarely. So, if you're in a bad situation, you can actually Destiny draw out of it, and it will give you some really crazy rare card and put it in your hand when you otherwise didn't have it. So like Regeki, Mirror Force, something like that. Dealing 50 damage isn't exactly going to be turning any heads here. Let's hope this isn't another Blue Eyes. It isn't. Nice. We can actually beat that. Whew. If you were lucky enough to roll the Dragon deck, Kaiser Dragon is in that deck. It's really strong right off the gate. Now, I do believe Kaiba does have access to Mountain. So just something to keep in mind. We're going to go ahead and overwrite Dice Armadillo. Okay, and then I think that's all we need to do for this turn. Yeah. Down to 7 cards. We're eventually going to hit that limiter removal. And when we do, I think we can start going on the offensive. Oh, and there's Sword Stalker. Okay. 2 of them! Wow, okay. Crazy. Huh. Now keep in mind that is with advantage. So even though he's stronger than Judge Man, I don't think he's going to overwrite his own Judge Man just to destroy me. Thankfully. So as long as we just keep Royal Guard right here, we'll be A-okay. And ideally, we can trick Sword Stalker into going into this wasteland terrain. Okay, there is the limiter removal that we wanted. Okay, cool. We're going to go ahead and put it right here for now. And we're going to move Steel Ogre Grotto number 2 here in anticipation for Sword Stalker moving into our terrain. Nice. Kaiba has quite the defensive wall over here. And he is only 150 life points ahead of us now, so it certainly could be worse. Okay, decided to go along that meadow path. Basically, Royal, that Judge Man sitting there is the only thing keeping the flood barriers from destroying and just getting outright blown in. We're going to have a really hard time dealing with 2 Sword Stalkers if that becomes the case. So we're going to go ahead and just throw these 3 cards away, because I'm not in the mood to just slowly get my Metal Morph to make Metal Zoa. And I don't particularly want to move from this spot either, because Kaiba could play a Blue Eyes there, and that would really be unfortunate. I'm pretty confident he wouldn't put a Blue Eyes in defense mode. Not unless it was for sure weaker than something, and none of our creatures are really that strong. So I'm pretty sure all the stuff next to him is going to be chaff, except maybe that card there on the right. Alright, let's get this Metal Morph coming on deck. There it is. Alright, nice. Let's get Metal Zoa. Alright, now we'll use Limber. Nice, no Magic Jammer either. This is great. Let's go on the offensive. Uh-oh! Well, that's bad. Swordsman from a foreign land, when it's destroyed, destroys its attacker. It's a pretty good monster, honestly. Really low deck cost, warrior, so it fuses with a couple things. Yeah, Metal Dragon's gonna take it out. But we're also gonna lose our Metal Dragon, so it's not great, honestly. Although, thankfully, that was like a tertiary attacker coming around from the flank, not so much going in for the kill. Now, 3,300 attack means we do not care about Sword Stalker. So let's go on the offensive down here as well with Royal Guard. Alright, 600 more damage. We're getting there. We're going to keep Metal Zoa face down just for Kung Fu Treachery purposes. And then we're going to move Steel Ogre Grotto #1 right here. Because now we're at officially the stage where we need to play some tricks to get this guy. Okay, defense mode, he's scared. They're running away. Okay, yeah. Seto is definitely scared. What's happening? Monster Reborn is almost assuredly going to bring back Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yep. And it did. I'm pretty sure I saw that. We can check the graveyard, though, next turn to see if it's missing, and that's your confirmation, even if it's upside down. So let's see. Would you look at that? There's no... There's no, Huh, what are the odds of that? There's no Blue Eyes White Dragon in the graveyard. Interesting. Moving up Royal Guard. Curious what our last card even is. Yeah, nothing useful. So if we don't win with what we have now, we're in big trouble. Let's see here. What's the play? Let's try and trick that defensive mode card into moving further. I think that might be our best bet. There we go. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Go left. I dare you to go left. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to go left. Ah, life points. How dare you? Not quite what we wanted to see. I mean, it's definitely not a joke that this is one of the hardest battles in the game. Although there is 2,000 damage for us. Metal Zoa is putting in the work. I don't think he expected a 4,400 attack monster to be in his path. Now, if you're curious what would make this duel easier, grinding. Against like Bandit Keith, or if you're a machine player, just to get machine cards, or if you want traps, grinding against people who have better traps, which Bandit Keith is one of those people. So we're gonna go ahead and move here because even if Swordstalker moves 2 over, I can just attack him. So that will probably be for the best. Steel Ogre Grotto number 2 is gonna just chill. Dragons. Okay, the fact that he only moves Swordstalker 1 does mean we're gonna have to move back to where we were, just so he doesn't breach our defenses and come from behind. Can't really afford to have that happen. But Lord of Dragons, I mean, and he's not gonna move it out of defense mode either because it stops trap cards that target dragons. So we're just gonna go ahead and destroy it. Skip the cutscene because we've already seen Metal Zoa. Thank goodness we managed to roll Metalmorph and Zoa from Bandit Keith. It certainly gave us a lot of power for our deck. Okay, we're gonna move back. We're just gonna keep doing this until he slips, and then we're gonna move back here. Basically, our goal is to try and lure him in. We don't want to go into his defensive wall because he's gonna have trap cards ready for us, and I don't want to deal with that. Sky Dragon. That's probably gonna spellbound us, just from I saw the symbols like flashing. Although it doesn't really make any sense why Wind would spellbound Dark. Maybe it's Machine and Wind? I don't know. Sometimes it's not really that clear. Now Blue Eyes is getting a little closer. If he decides to come from behind, we're gonna be in big trouble. So let's go ahead and start moving our deck even more into the wasteland. Kaiba's getting fairly low on cards here. Decided it wasn't a good idea to summon, it looks like. We're just going to keep doing our little charade over here. We'll go ahead and pass and remove the spellbinding. Best case scenario, we can get him to move out of the way so we can hit him with one of our monsters. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to move Metal Zoa here. We're going to move our guy up. This way it looks safe over here to the AI. So maybe he'll feel tempted to move that card. Yeah! Alright, that's what we wanted to see. Now, I'm pretty confident Seto does not have Mirror Wall. So we should be okay. Alright, let's go. I think that's it. I think we won. I think we did it. Metal Zoa, go in. Well, we're gonna watch this fight. Might as well, especially if it means we beat our German adversary. That was, I mean, I made it a lot harder on myself by skipping my turn once, but I think overall it went fine. Like, we were desperately low on cards because a lot of our stuff is just chaff meant to fuse. But we did it. Awesome. Oh, man. Whew. Let's try and get 3 in a row on the graveyard slots. We definitely want Monster Reborn. That is a really good card. And we got it. Alright. Let's try and get 3 Monster Reborns in a row. Nope. Let's try and get a third different card. Okay, cool. 3 cards. Sweet. Definitely going to put Monster Reborn in our deck. It, like the regular card game, allows you to hit both the friendly and opponent graveyard. So it's very effective for only 50 deck cost.
Well done, Duelist. I may have lost, but my heart sings with the joy of having faced you in battle.
Bong! Just like that, we got the final White Rose card.
'Twas a duel to be remembered. I take great pride in the fact that I fall by your hand. And if you believe that, I'll sell you some swampland in the outer reaches of the realm. A duel to be remembered indeed. At least that part of it is true. For thanks to you, I have completed the ritual of the great summoning of the roses. Listen and learn the truth as to why I've let you survive to this day. The Rose Duelist is an integral part to the great summoning. For only by unleashing absolute power from a duel can the great summoning succeed. There's only one reason why I came to England and sided with the Orcust. I needed you! I knew that once the Lancastrians were cornered, they would turn to the High Druid and summon the only one who could wield power that is equal to mine. The ritual for the great summoning is nothing less than a high-powered duel with the Rose Duelist. And the key to the ritual is having all the rose cards here at this hallowed site. In short, your victory is but a hollow one, child. Ah! The time has come to savor that which has eluded my clan for centuries. With the coming of the Card Guardian, I will seal a pact that will ensure my rule as well as those who descend from me throughout the future.
Oh no, guys. What's coming? It hath arrived. Monadwan Foblir.
Yes, he is here. The Guardian walks this world once again. Welcome, O Great One. To celebrate your arrival, I offer you a sacrifice. I offer you the Rose Duelist.
It seems there a misunderstanding here. Well, it matters not. The Rose Duelist is definitely a fine offering that only a fool would choose to pass up.
Oh boy. So now we have the ability to cycle between Seto and Monadwab Foblir, the Card Guardian. But before we do any of that, we're going to go ahead and save, and we're going to go to the deck, and we're going to reincarnate some cards and put Monster Reborn in our deck. That is a fact. I can tell you that right now. Okay. So let's see what our highest cost is. It's this Manga Rioran. Is there anything in our deck that's a really high cost we'd want to get? Oh yeah, Suijin. We don't want that. We do want Monster Reborn. Let's go ahead and reincarnate Suijin. See what we get. So another Song of the Thunder. It's not bad. Another Song of the Thunder is actually kind of funny. And a Kaiser Dragon, it's not great. So basically what we're going to do here for this final battle is we're going to take out any of our really bad creatures. Well, 2 of our really bad creatures. Let's not be too crazy, you know. Like, we've got a bunch of these kind of suspect machine types. I think we need a little less machines, a little more non for our fusion. So let's go ahead and get rid of Steel Scorpion and just go all in on Sangha. Get us to the highest deck cost we've had up to this point, just because we were using so many of these Sangha of the Thunders at 53 each. Alright, viewers. I hope you're ready. This is it. The final battle of the Path of the Red Roses. Let's go ahead and save. Let's get in.
Let us see what you're made of, shall we? Prepare yourself for battle.
Now, I don't know if you saw his deck cost, but 1985 is nothing to scoff at. He's going to have basically all of the most dangerous spells and traps in the game, a lot of the best creatures in the game, and he has this equip spell called Rirokyu, which is just basically cheating in a card, to put it mildly. So we're going to go ahead and set up a spell card on the back right here for Magic Jammer purposes. Pass our turn. In fact, this Crush card terrain in the middle is actually probably going to be our saving grace, because he can't send in his strongest monsters, but he will for sure send in his strongest traps into this middle section. So let's go ahead and just test the waters with Cyberstein to see if he brought a trap in. Like Gravity Bind. Now what does Gravity Bind do in this? Well, it reduces your power to 0 and spellbinds you eternally, it looks like. Let's check. Oh, by 1,500 points. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So that's one really obscenely powerful trap card of the way. He also has Mirror Force. In this game, Mirror Force is a bit unique. It allows you to destroy every single enemy it attacks. So, yeah, you know, it's really awesome, honestly. Let's go ahead and move up forward. Let's just get... Fire Aryu is decently strong. He'll live in the Crush card terrain. Move up. We're gonna keep Cyberstein there because I'm pretty sure even if he battles at 0 attack, he still is gonna turn things into Wasteland, which could be advantageous for us. Alright, we'll move up, and then let's get a free attack in. We'll use our Zombie Warrior for 1,200 points. There we go. Direct attack in. We'll flip up Fire Aryu just to bait him. He's gonna back up out of the way. Oh yeah, and I think he even has 3 Tremendous Fires, which are each gonna do 1,000 points of damage to you. So if things weren't bad enough, right? Let's see here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and set up our Cyber Commando. And then we're gonna move up Zombie Warrior, and we're gonna move up Fire Arrow, beside Fire Arrow. And then pass. Grave Robber, what is that? Oh, he just brought back Tremendous Fire. So that means he technically has 4 of them. But I know this trick, thankfully. So what we're gonna do is... Okay, we have 2 options here. We can either overrun the Tremendous Fire and risk taking way more damage than 1,000. Or we could overrun, or we could just let it go off and hit us. Both of them pretty risky in my opinion, but let's go for option A. Oh! He brought back Gravity Bind. I thought I saw him bring back Tremendous Fire. Well, good thing we dealt with that then, I guess. Let's go ahead and override it with this thing. Just set that up, maybe try and bait him into attacking it. Oh nice, he moved right into attack range, that's good. Yeah, thankfully his AI isn't the smartest, because if it were, we would be in beyond big trouble at this point. It would be almost insurmountable to try and fight this guy. So instead of trying to set up a wasteland or anything like that, we're just going to go ahead and overwrite with little d and just get in for 1,100 more. Little Dinosaur. I don't know why they shorted. It's a very odd decision for them to do that. Curious if its Japanese name is the same, actually. Alright, we're gonna put Fire Aryu in defense just for fun. We're almost there. We're getting pretty good progress in the duel right now, for what it's worth. Alright, Solomon's Law Book. Let's see, what does that do? I think that effectively gives him like a new hand and the ability to play new cards. Really strong card, honestly. But really, what isn't a really strong card in this guy's deck, I think is another question we need to be asking ourselves. Now, if, so I kind of have an idea of a plan here. If we put Wasteland down, that'll make this terrain Wasteland, and I think it'll even make this, no, but it'll mean that we can get Little D in for another 1100 attack, but I don't know if that's worth it. In fact, it probably isn't worth it, just because it's going to mean that we're putting ourselves in danger of getting overwhelmed by creatures that have way too high of attack for us to deal with. So let's just put Little D in defense mode, and I think we'll prepare Wasteland, just in case we want to use it. We're still safe with Red Medicine over there, but if he gets one more closer, I'll activate it next turn. If we can trick him into moving back over... Oh, that's amazing. Alright, and just like that, I believe we've won the match. Unless he has a full map trap, which is entirely possible. So let's go ahead... Nope. Let's activate the Red Medicine, see if he has a Magic Jammer. Okay, he doesn't. That's good. And then let's go ahead and activate the Wasteland. And then to finish it off, let's, well, I think we can actually attack with this first, just to see if there's a, yeah, there's no reason not to get 2 attacks in. And then we'll override Little D here with, I guess our strongest monster, that would be Royal Guard. And there we go, just like that. We've defeated the final boss, we did it. I thank you guys so much. The Weevil duel was definitely the hardest. Seto was also very, very difficult. That one, not so bad. We had a pretty good strategy in mind. And his AI kept giving us some advantage. So let's go ahead and try and get... Nope, fake trap, and nope, fake trap. Awesome. We got a fake trap. Cool. Matters not. Because we are the champions. We are the victors. We have defeated half of this game.
What madness is this? I cannot lose! I am the guardian of the cards! Me, the guardian, defeated!
No, to have come so far, it cannot be! Oh!
That is such a cool little art piece right there.
I leave this message for those who follow in my path. The guardian who falleth at the hands of man was not but a mere mortal. Journey forth and seek the true guardian, for he shall be the one to guide thee to glory. Seto, High Mage of Amenhotep. So if you played Forbidden Memories, this Seto is related to that Seto all the way back then from ancient Egypt. 2 months later, Yugi/Henry VII was officially crowned king at Westminster Cathedral on October 30th. Seto and his Rose Crusaders were never captured, however, they were never to be seen again. Henry VII was credited for ending the threat of the Rose Crusaders and was dubbed Yu-Gi-Oh! By his supporters. Naught has been recorded of PappaZappa's contribution to the downfall of the Rose Crusaders, or whether the Rose Duelists managed to return to the proper day and age. The tale remains a lost chapter in the annals of history. However, a document written by the hand of Seto has survived over the years. This document passed through several hands, including John Dee the Alchemist, Emperor Rudolph II of Bohemia, and scholar Athanasius Kircher? Yeah, we'll go with that. Auctioned off in 1912, the document found its way into the hands of Wilfrid Voynich, an American collector of antique books. Known as the Voynich manuscript, it remains undeciphered to this day, save for a short and mysterious inscription.
NVE7A3EZ. So that's a code for later, for when you want to put cheat codes in. There's a certain list of codes that you get from beating the game. I'm actually going to allow myself to put in that code, considering we have earned it by beating one side of the game, and we're going to be fighting the other side in our next episode. We're starting our Yorkist campaign. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses, the Red Rose chapter, end. Save? Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I think it would be best if we let the credits play all the way through. Oh no, there's actually 2 different credits in this, so we will let it play all the way through. I mentioned KA6 Scope earlier, so I do want to let him know. I don't know if he'll ever watch this or catch wind of it, but I mean, you're definitely an inspiration for why I was able to do this. I wouldn't have been able to beat the game in the first place if it wasn't for you when I was like 12 so many years ago, watching your playthrough. Learned a lot of tricks from you. You had a great playthrough. I highly recommend anyone watching this check it out as well if you like the Duels of the Roses content. I want to thank my friend Shadowforks, and I want to thank my friend Count Vason for giving me the tools and the help I needed to get started in my YouTube career. It's been a very enjoyable process. I want to thank you viewers who've tuned in and made this all possible. And above all, I want to dedicate this playthrough to my father, Stephen Randolph Hicks Jr. None of this would have been possible without him. He's the greatest man I ever knew, and I'd wish you all to give him a respectful moment of silence in regard to that. So yeah, that being said, the Red Rose side, I'm going to save my thoughts for the entirety of the game and when we beat the other half. But the Red Rose side's very enjoyable. I like the duelists we fought. That Weevil duel was actually insane. I mean, if you haven't checked out the previous episodes, if you're going to check out one, check out episode 1, because that is insane. It looks like we made it to the end of the credits. Alright. With that, we're going to go ahead and end episode 5, and when we return in episode 6, we'll be starting our path on the Yorkist side of the Duelist of the Roses. So we'll be gathering the red roses rather than the white roses, and we'll get to fight Yugi and his friends. So if you're excited, I hope you're excited. This was PappaZappa. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. And until next time, Auf Wiedersehen.